afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about the poliovirus and how it's affected people worldwide. The poliovirus was first discovered in 1789 by Michael Underwood. This disease is extremely contagious and it affects the central nervous system. Now, you may ask how exactly it's transmitted. Poliovirus is a disease that only affects humans. This means that only humans can infect each other. This infection occurs from fecal to oral and oral to oral. However, fecal to oral is the most common, sadly. The current vaccinations against the poliovirus are IPV and OPV. OPV is no longer used and is the oral version of the vaccine. Today, we use an inactive version of the vaccine, at least in the United States. Most people may be familiar with the poliovirus due to the case which left FDR wheelchair bound. Now, the last case of wild poliovirus in the United States was in 1979 and has since been eradicated due to the use of IPV. The inactive polio vaccine was introduced in 1955, while the oral version of the vaccine was introduced in 1961. Both helped significantly decline the instances of the disease worldwide. Now, even though the wild version of the poliovirus was eradicated, there was now vaccine-associated paralytic polio to deal with as a cause of OPV. Vaccine-associated paralytic polio is caused by the live polio used in the OPV. Now, although it has been eradicated from the United States because OPV was banned in the year 2000, many other countries still use OPV. The last case of VAPP in the United States was in 1999. There was another case in 2005, but the person did not contract the disease in the United States. The person was non-vaccinated and contracted the disease in Costa Rica and then brought it back to the United States. Now, as stated, there are two vaccinations for the poliovirus, OPV and IPV. OPV is oral and contains a live attenuated version of the poliovirus. IPV contains an inactive version. There are 3 serotypes of polio, and an infection and immunity to one does not guarantee immunity to the other 2. Therefore, both polio vaccines use the 3 versions of the virus in the vaccine. This way, the person vaccinated gains immunity to all 3. Now, OPV was very effective in gaining immunity. In fact, after just 1 dose, people gained immunity. But IPV, after 2 doses, people gained immunity. Nevertheless, due to the shredding of the virus in the stool, people became extremely contagious for about 6 weeks afterwards. This means that the people who came into contact with them were also at risk for infection. Now, ideally, all populations would use IPV. However, OPV is more easily administered. All vaccinations for poliovirus in the United States are carried out using IPV, thereby eradicating VAPP from the U.S. population. The vaccination schedule calls for 4 doses of IPV. However, OPV and IPV may be combined as long as 4 doses are given by the time the child reaches 4 to 6 years of age. The vaccination schedule is considered to be complete. Some of the vaccines used nowadays contain IPV in combination with other vaccinations, like HIV or hepatitis B. These vaccinations are pediatrics, Kinrix, and Pentacell. Now you may ask, what about adults? Vaccinations against poliovirus for adults are not recommended, as they are not at risk. However, if you are traveling outside the United States, a vaccine may be required. poliovirus today has been eradicated from the Western Hemisphere and has been so since 1994. In fact, one type of poliovirus has been completely eradicated worldwide. Nowadays, organizations like the CDC, UNICEF, and the WHO have come together to eradicate polio worldwide. And as of 2006, less than 2,000 cases have been reported worldwide. This is a great success, and hopefully sometime soon we can fully eradicate poliovirus worldwide. Thank you.